see these teams in action. I want to see the Mobile Legends Bang Bang fans out there as well. And here we go. Game 2 draft for OBS Gaming versus DD No Limit.
Jawhead already banned out by DD No Limit at this point. Well, I think that it is also one of the comfort picks out there for DD No Limit. It's, you know, sometimes you're gonna have to choose. Are you gonna ban out two heroes of one particular player, or are you gonna ban out, you know, a mixture of the problems that are presented to you? I think the Jawhead merits a ban as well versus OBS Gaming, especially after showing off in the first game, and if also the previous weeks that we saw OBS Gaming play. Should play one hell of a Jawhead.
I mean, the Jawhead ultimates for OBS Gaming is always on point. The wild charge ultimates into multiple people have been shown that. I think Jeff is the one who keeps using that. Or yeah, Jeff. Or yeah, exactly. Jeff was the one who used it earlier as well. So we have seen that. That's a question that you posed earlier, where it's a bit of a dilemma. How do you ban out? Do you ban out meta picks for a team, or do you ban out comfort heroes for a specific player? And in this point, I think they're gonna go for
a mixture of both.
A mixture of both, yeah.
Exactly.
Fanny and Jawhead. On the other side, though, Hellkurt, man, he's not seeing the light of day. He's getting he's getting pushed into the back of the storage drawer.
I think so. I think he has more bans than Martis at this point.
Exactly. Like,
there's the Lancelot pick, and I think this is the second choice for OBS Gaming. I think most of the top teams as well, they always get the Cho for themselves, and they always win with it. I think there's just so much, there's just way too much control coming up from the Cho. You can argue that it doesn't deal much damage, but in a team fight setting where the damage will come up from other members, the control is just way too much to handle.
Yeah, it's so difficult to defeat a Cho because the shield just keeps popping back, popping back, and as we predicted though, Zapnu does lock in the Gushen that he will be using in place of the Fanny on the other side, countered by a Lancelot and Kagura Lolita combo. Very, very safe, very meta.
Yeah, very meta.
No Limit.
But there is the Saber as well as the Grok pick up by OBS Gaming. So they're trying to also put in a team fight right there versus the members of DD No Limit. The Akai is already banned out. This means that, you know, the top choices of initiators really, you know, shrinked heavily. And I like that OBS Gaming secured the Cho as well as the Grok for themselves.
That's like perfect lockdown in one area if you want to initiate a fight. They also have the Saber for safety. They're going to try their hands on the Saber this time. That will be against... Whoa, are you serious? Alpha and Angela? I mean...
Let's see. I like the idea of the Angela with the Lolita and the Kagura and the Lancelot as well. But the Alpha, might struggle versus the Cho. Definitely gonna struggle versus the Saber and the Gushen. And, you know, OBS Gaming will just top it all off with a damage dealer, with a damage output from the Harley if they so wish. They can still pick up... Oh, okay, they're just hovering. I think this is just hovering.
Yeah, that's definitely a hover. They're not going to use that.
Use it.
We have seen some teams just, you know, taunt it out.
Yeah, exactly.
But, again, there you go. Harley locked in as the last pick. I love the round. If we're going to start voting right now for picks, man, OBS Gaming has it locked down, man.
I like it. I like it a lot, especially with the Harley to kind of deal with the Alpha from long distance. Because the thing with the Alpha, it really struggles if there's a long range damage dealer that, you know, deals ton of damage. I think the Alpha can sustain from long distance. Thing has to get in with the... I forget what his drone is. Is it called a drone?
Yeah, it's a drone.
It's called a drone. Yeah.
So again, a lot of that damage can be mitigated by the Grok, by the Cho.
Correct.
So this Alpha is gonna have a bad time, in my opinion. Like getting in and out of fights, especially if you have a Grok that blocks you, because you have no like teleports or no long dashes. So you're gonna have to go the long way, and I think it's gonna be a bit more difficult route for this Alpha.
It is gonna be a bit more difficult route. Well, we're gonna see if that will work out. If it does work out, it's gonna be really good coming out from DD No Limit. But again, this could be another one-sided match as OBS Gaming. They aren't shifting the meta at all. They're going for standard picks. They're going for the power plays. And they're going back to the playbook. Let's see if they can finish this game off easily, or will DD No Limit bring in the cheese with an alpha pick.
That's right. This is DD No Limit versus OBS Gaming, Game 2. With OBS Gaming, of course, leading up the fray with that very, very fast game.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how fast they did that as well.
Exactly.
Right now, DD No Limit is just going to have to keep it forced. I think the early game power is definitely on the OBS Gaming side with the Cho and the Gushen, but let's see what kind of answers DD No Limit will have for that.
A little bit of, a little bit of stand-up here in the mid lane with Cho helping his Gushen while the Angela helps the Lancelot in the mid lane to go up on a 2 versus 2 lane on the mid lane.
That's
It also means that it will give away a little bit of space for the Saber on down bottom and the Harley up top.
So this is exactly what a lot of teams that use Saber do. They kind of just leave the alpha on the top and just try to go back to it whenever they can. But to just leave it for gold. Right now, he's getting caught in between a Grok in a hard place, though, as they fight against the Harley. But he does get out safe because Angela is there for safety.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's see and how they can approach this. They do have a ton of ways to deal with it, but Janna is taking it through. This is the thing with the Alpha, right? With the help of the Angela, it's no easy dives coming up from OBS Gaming.
Yes, especially that Angela's very, very itchy. Okay. They do try to go for it. Backbets! Goes for the hard initiate on the bottom lane. First blood goes to Lancelot.
The first blood goes to Lancelot, as you mentioned, but up top, it seems like even though there were 2 heroes that are at very low health, who will die?
No one died. Oh my god.
Survive both of them. While Yanyan will guess for the Thorn Rose will not hit it. And there's the Cho to kind of back up. It doesn't deal the damage as much, but again, like you mentioned, so much crowd control potential coming out for the particular hero.
Yes, I love how well these teams are juggling their health, even to the end of the line with 1% HP. Man, that play on top was real crazy right now. In the mid lane, though, a lot of pressure being given to the middle as they kind of realize that Zapdo is definitely going to be the main damage source aside from the Harley up top.
Exactly. So this is a fairly even game, 2 minutes in. Not unlike the first game where we see so much action that it really favored OBS Gaming early on. But in comes the Turtle, being taken out by DD No Limit. Will it be contested by OBS Gaming? So it seems as YOLO as well as Dian are here. 4 members of DD No Limit versus 2. They found out Dian. Slowly working on the Turtle this time. Jeff Cutie Forever is also in here. And they actually take it out. Oh, the triple sweep onto 2. The damage from the Lancelot's not going to be enough. We'll take out the Saber as well as the Gushen. And the Alpha was the trade-off. But the Lancelot already taking out 2. It's just still the damage with the Thorn Rose. Here comes Peace with the ultimate. It's not needed anymore as the members of OBS Gaming will be wiped out from the face of the earth. DD No Limits strikes back in style versus OBS Gaming.
That's right, No Limit. Finally, signs of life from this team. A lot of the damage in that the start of that match was given by the Lancelot with that perfectly timed Thorn Rose. And once everyone went to half, I think a lot of the members of OBS Gaming just panicked, man.
They did panic. Well, I think majority of the reason why they were sustained was, of course, because of the Angela. I think a big factor was the Angela keeping the members top. I think the Lolita was also at the verge of dying, but because of the help of his teammates, was able to still survive through it all, still stop the damage, and facilitate for a big victory there by DD No Limit.
Yeah, that was huge for Digital Devils right now. As the game is starting on the 4-minute mark, 2k gold lead. That's something that almost happened earlier. I mean, it's not as fast as OBS did, but it's something. Right now, they're in the mid lane. They're trying to face off and trying to poke up each other. Peace just going to be in the front line with Diane.
Yeah. They're just looking for openings right at this moment. Daniel comes in, but that is the OBS Gaming side just getting out of the fray. Wall push away the Lolita, but that is not going to favor them at all. But the thing with DD No Limit is just they're making so much space for this Alpha. Level 7 already with 2.5k on the bank. The richest one in this game. Oh no, actually no, that's an answer with all of those skills that he does have. Alpha, I think he tries to go for the Harley this time. It's a 1v1 matchup, but in comes Yanyan with the Thorn Rose, the dash forward, but Harley tries to get away. YOLO tries to have his teammate, but Gio, however
there you go.
Pronounce that. That is a support, by the way, able to take out the Harley as of that moment.
Yep. power of the Angela definitely showing in this match with that power play. I mean, Pakbet, that was a nice try with the hat trick, trying to get out of the way. But again, he was just locked down in OBS Gaming. Sorry, No Limit. Get the tower, but
Zapnu, is that really what you want to go for? He's very low in health right now. And Yanyan will actually be helped by this Angela. Keep him topped up with the ultimate. He's looking for the Gusion, but the Gusion already out and about. Just taking the jungle camps right now. And now, DD No Limit, only securing a tower up top. No kills whatsoever. Oh, I saved that. Daniel takes down the Saber. I mean, he should be a ninja, but against the magic tricks of Daniel, I mean, it's enough. Oh, Zapnu! Nice ambush. Will this be enough? No, this is a big duel, and they will go for the Kagura. Nice ambush there by Zapnu as Peace. Be controlled by Dian. Dian gets out as well.
Much needed gold there for OBS Gaming, especially going into their primary carry, which is the Gusion and Zapnu. But No Limit is still having a lot of pressure all over the map. They do control the majority of the end. They do lock in the turtle as well, bumping up Goldie to almost 5k.
A lot of cash in their hands right now as Dian will be slowed down by Geo this time. YOLO is also here. This gives a lot of space for the other members of OBS Gaming to farm out. And there's the Gusion with 2 deaths, 3.4k net worth. Not bad at all. Actually matching up versus the other members of DD No Limit, but YOLO taking so much flack coming out from DD No Limit. Trying to initiate. That's the ultimate from Lolita. Not gonna control anyone. And here comes the Alpha as well. Can they have enough damage onto Dian this time? I think they will. So trying to dive. There's the wall. Nicely done from YOLO, but it's not gonna help his team get out. And Daniel actually manning up against Zapnu versus still. You don't stand a chance, Zapnu.
That is just power there from the teamwork that is DD No Limit, matching 3 people against Zapnu, stopping any potential outplay. That just goes to show, man, power over numbers, power in numbers in this game.
Yeah. And just like that, this Alpha is farming like crazy, but I think majority of the space that was from DD No Limit was given to the Lancelot right now. Level 10, 3-0 and 5.5k. No one from the members of OBS Gaming can even match up to his farming speed right now.
That's right. Even Zapnu on that Gusion is having a hard time matching against a 0-0-6 Lolita on the other side. So just goes to show so much global gold in favor of DD No Limit right now.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. But Peace might be ambush. Oh no, they spot him up. That is a very tanky hero. Puts up the shield, and the members of OBS Gaming are out of there. Jumping from Daniel. Gets out from the wall as well, as the Lord will be resurrecting in a few seconds, and both teams are trying to just establish the territory around the Lord, because we do know that people will really try to take that one.
That's right, and of course the Lord is the next target as these teams are starting to get into the mid-game. Around 8 minutes on the clock with almost 7k in favor of DD No Limit. Despite being in the lead though, they are actually pretty much even, despite even still in terms of kill potential, because OBS Gaming definitely still has some bullets in their barrels. But of course, looking at the itemization, the gold is, scoreboard is not looking really good for OBS Gaming, but they do have some power in the in the Gusion and in the Harley as well, despite being very, very low behind.
You know, here's the thing for DD No Limit, they have to hold on to their lead. Yes, they are having a great lead right now. That's what, 7,000 net worth lead for DD No Limit. That's a lot, and they can't let this slip through. I think they have to take this game, in a safer manner per se. But they don't have to lose. They don't need to lose their aggressiveness, surely. But they have to kind of play conservatively, more conservatively as before. But right now, around the Lord. Here comes Daniel, actually taking so much damage, but Zapnu by the compromised position. They would slow him down, but he... what a nice hit right there from the Kagura. Perfectly placed Umbrella like there. Pakbet in trouble. There's the mega kill coming up from the Lancelot. Dia tries to control Peace, but he will be really low in terms of health. Alpha secures the Lord for his teammates, while YOLO will be there, taken out as well. YOLO, the last one to survive, I feel. And this is a complete wipeout with the unstoppable Lancelot right there.
Wow, perfectly timed play there by DD No Limit, baiting Obs Gaming into a very bad collapse for their team. They fought 5v5 and you know, all of their resources were very behind, and I think they kind of got baited out.
Oh, no.
Right now in the mid lane, forcing...
Zapnu.
Yeah, Zapnu definitely forcing a lot of pressure from DD No Limit, but still, he's not getting them. DD No Limit is very focused on getting the tower, and the Lord is next.
The Lord is gonna be next to help DD No Limit take the mid lane this time. But they do have the power of the Grok to kind of stop this for a bit. Daniel will try to wrap around. No more minions to help them in their cause. This is not gonna be an easy take for DD No Limit. They're still chasing Lolita with the ultimate. She's just casting it out. Not gonna use it. And they will not get anything out of the Lord, unfortunately. Not the best spawn point for the Lord.
Yeah, that's a fairly good defense here for Obs Gaming. They did not lose their middle third tower just yet, but still, top lane turret and bottom lane turrets falling like dominoes right now. So they have a lot to catch up on. Meanwhile, on the mid lane though, Peace is just trying to bait out a lot of pressure for Obs Gaming, and they're just running around the base at this point.
My goodness. Because of the space created by DD No Limit, they actually lost their... Obs Gaming actually lost their tier 2 top turret. Which is not going to be really good. And now slowly, the pokes, the long-range pokes coming from DD No Limit was enough to take out the turret as they initiate onto Zapnu. Zapnu gets out. And this is going to be Allied Super Minion mobilized in the mid lane to help DD No Limit at their cause. Now, how can Obs Gaming still defend this one? They are being split up around the map. And the thing with Obs Gaming, they really want to, team fight versus DD No Limit. They can't afford these split pushes. And it's happening. Their ultimate from the Lolita, it's gonna hit. And the last as well. Triple wave coming out from Obs Gaming. But they will take out the Alpha. Very nice pick-off coming out from Obs Gaming to stop the push from DD No Limit.
Yeah, and that's just so much pressure being given by No Limit. At this point, they just have to hide under the towers if they want to survive. And now the waves are starting to flood in. I think they're waiting way too long. I mean, DD No Limit is in a very, very good lead with around 14k, but at 12 minutes. But they shouldn't drag this on long enough. I think they have enough power to get into the bot and the mid lane. They should take advantage of this.
They should really take advantage of this. Maybe they're waiting for the next Lord, but it's gonna be up for DD No Limit to keep the pressure on. Don't let Obs Gaming get out of their base and get the additional farm from the jungle. Have them rely on the creeps that's pushing in against them and put them in a disadvantageous spot, because eventually the macro play, the macroeconomics will definitely favor DD No Limit slowly and surely.
That's right, and they just have to make sure they don't make any big positional mistakes, no major blunders, and they should be fine. But right now, Peace uses Numen Force under tower just to provide the damage.
There's a little bit of pokes coming out from Peace right there. There's no full committal coming out from DD No Limit, as well as Obs Gaming. They're just waiting for... both teams, I think they're just waiting for anyone to actually make a mistake.
Yeah.
But this is, I think, a kind of a advantage for Obs Gaming, as they do have that, quote-unquote defender's advantage.
Exactly. I mean, they will be the ones who are waiting for No Limit to make a move. And if they do make the wrong move, they have an opening that they can abuse. But right now, Yanyan looks like he doesn't really care. And as well as Janna on the top lane, they're just bullying Obs Gaming into the towers as we speak.
Yeah, and there's the Lolita casting the ultimate, hitting on the two with a flicker. They have the damage. I think they just control. They just want to take the turret this time. They might sacrifice one. No, they won't. They will take it cleanly without any casualty, and just in time for the Lord. And I think Obs Gaming, because of the strength of the minions already, they can't get out of their base to contest this Lord, unless, of course, they want to lose this fight outright.
That's right. Super Minions gonna stream up on the top and in the middle of the map as DD No Limit try to circle around the Lord for that last bit of power that they need to break Obs Gaming's defense.
Grok is here, but the members of DD No Limit, they have so much farm on their banks, and their weaponry is just way too much. Janet's trying to zone all of them out. The thing with Alpha is it's deceptively tanky as well. Jeff Kitty Forever wants to dive in as well as YOLO. YOLO is very low. There's a Thornos, as they take out the Grok this time with the help of the Alpha for the last hit. Leaving the show. All of these tanks, they're just dropping.
Yes.
against the members of DD No Limit. The firepower is just way too much, and they are not gonna slow it down anymore.
Yeah.
They know that they have the two-man advantage, and they will just take the core this time. Initiation out to Zapno, just like that, deleted from the face of the earth, and they're just taking the core. I think this is more than over for OBS Gaming, and it is. My goodness.
That was a...
We doubted the alpha, but it worked out in the end.
Yes, like we mentioned before, DD No Limit, against all odds, they do have the ability to come back from 0-1 losses in the early stages of the game, and undisputed MVP for that, Yanyan. Only puncture, only foreign roast rotations onto a lot of members of OBS Gaming definitely helped, as well as that as Gio on that Angela.
I agree.
Beautiful.
I think the body system of Gio as well as Yanyan